Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to make some puzzle piece journal cards. I've been wanting to do this for quite a long time. Seen this here a while back, and I've seen different ones do it. Do the altered puzzle pieces, and then do them where you cut your shapes out of your cardstock or whatever you use. I think the very first person I seen do these was Julie at Camellia Craft Designs. And I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. But for whatever reason, I didn't try it. So today we're going to try it. So if you like my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up and check out my other ones. Now this piece is... I just had, hang on a second. This is about 3.5 by, well, it's almost like a 3.5 square. I had some craft cardstock, just like leftover pieces, and I had leftover pieces of different things from other projects, so I thought I would make them out of this stuff that I had left over. So it's kind of a scrap buster. So you just decide like how you want your puzzle pieces. You can only have them where they're cut in. You would have to actually cut these out by hand to make the piece stick out. So you just decide where you want your holes at, or your half holes, and then you just cut them using a 1-inch punch. So I didn't do anything like really fancy. You go in about maybe 3/4 of the way. That's how I'm gonna do it anyway, and we'll see what it looks like. I think that's a good hole. So I'm going to do one at the top. And one on each side. I kind of figured out where I wanted my holes at, so I would know how to decorate them. So there we go. And that looks just like a puzzle piece, right? So then you can take your little scissors, and if you don't want that point, you can gently cut them points, just so they're kind of rounded off a little bit. I think I cut it the wrong way. Oh, well, we don't mind. Well, good enough for me. Now, if you think you want these to hold like something down, if you're going to make little closures where you need to hold your card down, you could use these as closures in your journal. Good idea. Okay. So now, I already inked these, but I'll ink where I punched it out. How many of you seen these done? I'm sure you've seen them done, but I thought it would be fun to give it a whirl. And I think they'll make cute journal cards. I mean, you can just use them as decoration, or you can use them as journal cards. I backed them on the craft cardstock, and you can, if you write in a dark blue or a dark black, you can see when you write on here. Otherwise, you can put paper on here that you might like better for writing on. Now this one, on the bottom, I want some lace. And then I had this little flower with the little ladybug on it. So I thought she would look cute in the center. And then because there's green in the leaves, I liked this little butterfly. because it's that I gotta coordinate stuff. And then this flower is just from my flower punch. Has red in it, Ladybug has red, so we're just gonna put that up there. Now I probably should put a word or something down here. I might have to do that. But we're gonna go ahead and glue this stuff down first. Every once in a while I'll think of something that I want to add or do a little different while I'm in midstream of doing it, and that's okay. I just don't like to have to do that too often. All right, so let's put our lace down. And then before this dries, I wanna stick my ladybug's leaf under there. So I'm gonna do that with my art glitter glue. So how's everyone doing today? And what are we making? Something different? Are you adding to your journals? Okay, so I think that looks good. And then we'll glue down the butterfly. Now these aren't going to be extravagant by any means. Just a little decorating here and there. I have to give him his antennas. And then we'll put our little flower down. This can be a scrap buster and a mass make. Could give these away as gifts. Just something different. Let me see about a word for down here. Okay, so I found peacefulness, because, you know, it's pretty calming to watch butterflies and the little ladybugs and stuff like that, all of the little things that they do. Put that down here. And then, because we have this gem over here, and we have a couple little yellow spots on this little butterfly, well, I just couldn't resist. So we have to give him a little glitzy. And then I didn't want to add anything to the ladybug because I didn't want to cover it up. So I thought down here at the bottom, where the leaves come onto the stem, we would just add a little green gem. And on the end of each, or on each end of peacefulness, we'll just add a little green gem. Because, like, I guess that's about as fancy as it gets. So I think that's pretty cute. What do you think? That would make a cute journal card, and you just slide it into your pocket or paper clip it in. I like this. I should have tried this sooner. Okay. Now, I have this one. And this is upside down. Let me see. This one is about 3.5 by 3 3/4. Now on this one, I want to cut the top and the bottom and the two sides. That's how I want to do this one. So we're going to do the same thing, going about 3/4 of the way. We'll put that over there. And you don't have to have them like across from each other. You can have one high and one low and one to the side, and just like you see some puzzle pieces, especially like the big kids puzzle pieces. I think I have some of the bigger ones. I'll have to look again. If I do, one of these days I want to try to alter a couple and see how they look. All right, so this is going to be this puzzle piece. And we can just kind of cut these off a little bit. This would be just a fun project, almost like a doodle thing. It would be relaxing like that. Like when I like to sit and doodle once in a while. Nothing meaningful, but it's relaxing, and I think doing very many of these would be relaxing also. So now what I'm going to do with this, I just had the little mason jar. Has little pink flowers in there, but I didn't have pink gems, so I just put red ones in there. And I think that'll be just fine like that. And I didn't know of anything else that I wanted to put in the corners, so I'm just going to do these little flower gems. Oh, let me ink. So this one's going to be like really simple, but I think it'll look pretty cute when it's done. Make sure I have it the right way so my jar won't be upside down. So I can use my art glitter glue to glue this down. And I just lightly inked around the edges of it. So I think that's kind of cute. Then we're just going to put a little dot in each corner, like towards the corner, and well, if they're not all even, that's okay too. We're just going to stick these on there. Thought it was just an okay way to finish off this puzzle piece. I got one higher and one lower. Let me move that down a little bit. That's better. At least with my Fabri-Tac, my glue will slide around a little bit. So I think that has to go up a little bit. And we'll see about this one. So there we go. So that's that one, and that one took no time at all. What do you think? Now, I briefly thought about it for a moment, and then I kind of forgot about it. Also, on these, like on your corners, you could put your little hole and a little pin and have a little dangle off of them also. But still plenty of writing space back here. So I think this one's cute also. Each has their own personality. Now this one is about 3 1/4 by almost 3 3/4. And I'm going to have one come in this side, one come down from the top, and one come in from this side. So that's what we're going to do. I got that in too far. I don't want it clear down to the edge. So we have that one there. I'll have this in a little bit. I have that about there. And we'll have one up here, and this is how I was saying, you know, you can have them off to the side, high or low. It's just however you want your puzzle piece to look. Okay, so that's how this one's going to look. Oh, I have to trim them a little bit. So we'll just barely trim these. Okay. Now on this one, I have this flower stamp. So I want to put that down in this corner. And then we have our little bee buddy. So I'm going to put him over here. And then I just have this little cut off tag thing, and I'm just going to put that up here just to decorate that up a little bit. So that's how we're decorating this one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And this was just cut out of a piece of paper that had bees on it. Whoops, wrong glue. I better put that on there for a minute. Okay. I thought the idea of him went good with the flower down there. Okay. Now, I haven't done any glitzy anything on this one, and I don't know if it kind of looks plain. but I don't know if there's anything else to do to this one. I'll think about it. Not sure if I'm going to do anything else to it, because like everything doesn't have to be glitzy, and you can always add stuff to it when you get ready to use it. So I could probably put something down here, a couple little gems, maybe. We'll see. All right, so now for our last one, this one is 3 1/4 by 4 7/8. Now on this one, I want to put lace on the bottom, but I'm going to cut my top and both sides on this one. I have a bunch of little things now that I can use for closures like that. All right, so I'm going to have my lace down here. And then I had this bird. He's been waiting for me to use him for a long time. And I finally found out where he belonged. So I just have this number 78 I'm going to put down here at the bottom. And I have a little blue flower to go with the blue in the bird. Then I knew I had to put something up here because I thought they just looked a little empty. So I just took these little cut-offs from flowers that I had been cutting out. And do I want that one on this side? I think I want that one on this side and that one on that side. And that's what I'm going to do on that. Now again, I could put a word down here at the bottom, and maybe I'll do that. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and put my lace down. Making a little of the bottom hang off. And I'll put my number 78 down. And I chose this for no reason other than I thought I needed something on that side of my tag. And I probably need to put a little blue gem in the center of this flower. And we'll put this flower down up here. These two little things here are almost just little flower cut-offs that almost got thrown away because I thought they were too small to use, and I found out that they were not too small. Now we can put our birdie on. Just put him up a little tiny bit higher. And I just think that's cute also. I like these. can make these up and have them all ready to go in your pockets. And all right, so let me see about a word for down here and maybe a little gem for right there. Okay, so I thought this was fitting. Wing it for the bird. The bird has wings, and you know, I always say if you can't really figure out the proper way to do it, just wing it. Sometimes it turns out okay and sometimes it doesn't. And then I figured that should have been over a little farther, but I'm going to put a little gem on the flower. And then, because I just want something on the bird to highlight him a little bit. I don't know what I would do without these little gems. We'll just put that on his belly. That'll just highlight him a little bit. And hopefully it looks okay. I think it does. Then down here, we'll just add a little gem on each side. Hopefully I'm up far enough so you can see what I'm doing. Let me make sure them are about even. I know my lace kind of is going like this. Then up at the top, just because I don't want this to just look blah, I'm just going to do one little gem in the center of each flower clump. I think my nozzle might be trying to plug up. So we'll just do one in the center of each one. Kind of figured I wouldn't be able to get away without doing gems, huh? Maybe I should have put a blue one there instead. Maybe I don't like that gold one. We'll do a blue one. Seeing as how he's blue, we'll just highlight him a little bit. So there we go. That one's done. I think that turned out cute. Have a lot of journal space on the back. Now for this other one, I finally figured it out. Of course, I'm going to add gems, but I'm going to put content up by the bee because he has flowers around and he's content on what he's doing. So I'm just going to put that there and let that go with that. And then on his back, just highlight him a little bit. We're going to put one gold gem. And in the center of this flower, we'll put one of these red gems. And on the side, each side of this little label up here, just so the top is not left out. Make sure they're kind of even. And then down here at the bottom, under wanted, because this says wanted, I'm just going to add 3 of these gold gems. And I think I like that a lot better. Okay, so there. What do you think? It doesn't look dull now. Okay, everybody, so that is my video. Let's get them back in here. I just think these really turned out cute. What do you think? So let me know down in the comments. I think I have them all in where you can see them. Let me know down in the comments what you think. And I hope you come back to see my next video and give me thumbs up if you like them. So until next time, everyone, have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.